Hey, Nugget, what's going on? That you are. There you go. That's awesome. A little friendly competition, nothing wrong with that. Let me see how this is going to look. Just let me take this off for a second. So do this here like this. And then probably going to angle it down a bit. Yeah, okay, that could work. All right. We'll just give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get into it. It's not too much to go through, but should be pretty fun. But I wanted to do it early because obviously I have to get all this stuff uploaded and take all the pictures and all that stuff for eBay, so it's gonna be a long day. I'll be right back. All right, let's just get right into it. Well, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. So today we're doing another CGC submission recap. This is submission 36 through 38. Kind of crazy to think how many I've done, and so I have plenty more to do. Obviously, majority of these cards we're going to see here today will be uploaded onto the eBay shop. I don't remember there being one or two cards that I wanted to keep per se. But it's been a little while since I submitted these, so yeah, we're gonna take a look and see. I wish I could just do like some cool transition where like this would go and then it just fades out and then you see this, but I'm not that I'm not that good at doing all the transitions and stuff. Plus, I'm doing all this stuff off my phone, so it's not like it's anything too fancy. If I ever get like an actual camera set up and have like multi cameras and stuff, I think that'd be kind of cool. The one thing I want to do like a third person view, but it's still like from behind me, so it's just like looking over my shoulder. Some real like Resident Evil or some like Gears of War style. But without further ado, 3 submissions. These are all 10 card submissions each. What's going on, Shay? You see when they received them back on 2/4, They were actually due on 2/17, so you can tell. You're not okay with that? Gotcha. So you see when they were estimated the due date, but this is when this order was submitted, so almost exactly a month total time. And obviously I was gone for a couple weeks, so yeah, this one and this submission here were literally due the day that I left, and I was hoping to pick them up, but they just weren't ready in time, so that's why I'm doing them now. So, and then this one, I submitted all these together, but this one just finished up last week. So as I drop it, cool. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this one. Again, 10 card submission. This is economy submission through CGC. This allows you to do less than that 25 card minimum with bulk. Obviously you pay a little bit more, but I think it's worth it. Especially just for the sake of doing smaller batches, especially for customer orders. Let's see, actually, should I just leave it that way? Let's see. I'm gonna cut this open and see how this looks. But yeah, I just dropped off another 3 submissions this morning. If you watched yesterday's stream, you saw all the cards that I sent out. So, oh yeah, this will work perfect. That looks good like that. Take all my paperwork. I can leave the paperwork in there. Yeah, that's fine. It's tucked in there enough. So what do you think? You all right with having it look like this? Especially because you can't really see into it. And it's a surprise for all of us, right? How does that look? Let me know before we get into it. Okay, cool. All right, easy enough. All right. Again, 30 cards here. I'm excited to see the grades and how we did. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting with, ooh, nice. This is an absolutely beautiful card here. So we have the Spheal. This one is from Super Electric Breaker. It's one of the art rares that I pulled during those openings. I like this one because there's so many Spheal and they're all just doing different things. Like the ones falling off into the ice. A couple of them are sleeping. This is exciting. Gotcha. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look and see how we started off with this in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's a good start for sure. Get a nice Gem Mint 10 to start us off. I'm trying to show it so it doesn't have all that extra glare. I think right there kind of looks good. But yeah, really cool card. I like it. Especially, again, just how nice the artwork is, and then all the Spheal doing all the different Spheal things. So very nice. Good start for sure. Come on. I do have my sleeves off to the side, which I'll sleeve them all up after the fact. But let's see. Yep, so I do have, these are the sleeves that I use, by the way, when I sleeve up the guy off in the corner, right? So these are the sleeves that I use for all of my personal sleeves and the ones I put on the store. Unfortunately, this business no longer exists, or they're in the process of shutting down, which is truly unfortunate because I bought from them for years. So I guess one last shout out. Thank you for all the great things that you guys have done. Yeah, now I guess, you know, hopefully someone else picks up the gauntlet, or I got to find somewhere else to get these, or at least those kind of perfect fits like that. But, all right, on to the next. Ooh, okay. All right, so usually I try to hide these, but the angle I'm doing this in makes it a little bit tough, but we do have a pristine already. You can kind of see the little black and gold label there. So let's take a look and see which one it is in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. That is awesome. And, you know, for as simple as that is, I just absolutely love that artwork. I think that works really well. And again, it's just one of those things where, yeah, I pulled this from the Super Electric Breaker when I opened up a bunch of those boxes, finally got this submitted. Yeah, and again, it's just chilling, just slack off, just chill in the middle of the field, nice and clean. They kept the artwork clean, and clearly the card is clean. We got the pristine 10 on it, so absolutely amazing. And I love the Japanese cards where the color kind of matches the border of the card there, so very beautiful. So an early pristine, always love to see it. Yeah, absolutely beautiful card for sure. Trainer Glenn, how we doing? But yeah, off to a strong start. 2 cards into this CGC submission, and we're looking really good so far. So let's take a look and see what we got on this one here. So, good old Snorlax. This one is from Lost Origins. This is from the Trainer Gallery. One of the better Trainer Galleries out of all of the different sets that they did this in. Remember, they did Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, and Silver Tempest. So, yeah, pretty cool card. Let's take a look and see how we did on this one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'll gladly take a 9. I've graded this card multiple times in English and Japanese, and I'm hoping to get a pristine out of one of these. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card there. We did get the the Mint 9. Again, still a beautiful card. I'll gladly take that, no complaints. But yeah, what's your favorite Trainer Gallery card for anyone that's checking out the stream? Or if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Obviously, on to the next, this absolutely beautiful Blaziken. I like this one because, you know, it's there with the trainer. The artwork is absolutely stunning. Yeah, absolutely beautiful card. Another Trainer Gallery card. This one is from Silver Tempest. Yeah, another awesome card there. And again, majority of the cards you guys see here today are going to end up, the good old Fire Chicken. They're going to end up on the eBay store. So give me a little bit of time. So not only will all these be uploaded, I'm going to try and do it today, but also I'm doing price adjustments for everything that's currently on the store. So keep an eye out. If you've been eyeing something, today's probably a good day to try and make that deal. But yeah, let's take a look and see how we do with Blaziken. Nice. There we go. Another Gem Mint 10. Okay, I'll gladly take that. Absolutely amazing. Again, beautiful artwork. I just love all the colors that pop in there. There's a lot of different colors. And then, of course, you got the trainer there as well. But, yeah, an absolutely beautiful... Glenn, I'm pretty sure I got yours. Yeah, I want to say I'm like 90% sure I got yours. Just message me on Discord after the stream just to verify. And keep that in mind as well. All the people that won giveaways, I am mailing all that stuff out today. I'm going to try to. At least it will go out this week for sure now that I'm home. So I do have some of them packed up already. I just need to finish up the rest. But yeah, if you want a giveaway, your winnings will be shipped out this week. And then, like I said, we got to build up the pile again for the next giveaway. So, all right. I'm going to try and do this. Let's try and do it this way here. Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to hand over there. Okay. Just so I don't try to spoil anything, especially if we end up doing more pristines. But here we go. Lucario V-Star. Yeah, the spoils. There we go. Yeah, that's a better phrase. I like that. All right, so an absolutely beautiful card here, Lucario V-Star. This is from the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer box. I had so many of these. I think I have like maybe 3 or 4 more. But I decided, you know what? It's a beautiful card. Let me try and get it graded. I just love the artwork here. Close up on Lucario. He's clearly in a fight or about to get into a fight. But yeah, let's take a look and see how we did with this one. 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right. Doing really, really nice. Yeah, absolutely beautiful for sure. And again, this was a promo. So most of the time, these promo cards don't grade as well because they're mass produced and shoved into the Elite Trainer boxes. And you guys have seen it. Some of these cards just get absolutely mangled in there. They have been getting better, especially pairing them up with some of the like backers or dividers. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card for sure. Lucario V-Star. Yeah, looks absolutely amazing. I like it. So yeah, again, you'll probably see that on the eBay store sometime today. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, speaking about beautiful cards, here's another one. I forgot I put a bunch of Crown Zenith stuff in here. Zeraora VMAX. I love this one because if you look close, there's a bunch of different electric Pokemon just hanging out on this giant Zeraora. You got Emolga down there. You got Pachirisu up top. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card. Again, this is from the Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery. And yeah, let's take a look and see how we did with this one. 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right. Yep, just super nonchalant. Just some of them taking naps. Some of them just kind of hanging out or hanging on for dear life there. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card. Another very nice Gem Mint 10. And I'll take it. I mean, yes, pristines would be nice. Oh, I love the hollow on its eye right there. You guys see that? Absolutely amazing. I love it. But yeah, another beautiful Crown Zenith card. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Crown Zenith is starting to climb up finally. It was definitely one of the, dare I say, crown sets of Sword and Shield generation. But yeah, it's starting to go up in value. So whether you have them, you know, in a binder for a complete set, or you're trying to get them graded, I think now might be the time. I do offer middleman service, so if you're interested in getting some cards graded through CGC, I'd love to help you out in that process. Feel free to reach out to me in multiple different ways, either the business email, Discord, or Instagram. Kind of go over how the process works, estimated timelines and fees, but yes, I do for sure. I definitely need to get some more of those and get them graded. Definitely remind me on that nugget for sure. But Hatterene VMAX, another absolutely beautiful card from the Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery. I love the artwork on this one. Not my favorite Pokemon by any means, but they did it justice with this beautiful artwork here. So let's take a look and see how he did with this one in 3, 2, 1. Oh, so close. So close to the 10. You know, and that's one of those things where now, because they don't do subgrades anymore, I would love to see why it got the 9.5. I kind of wish that they would offer it again and then just put the subgrades on the back. You know what I mean? Because the front is kind of filled, right? Obviously, they have a lot going on in terms of text on the front. But if you paid for, or, you know, they used to do it where you had to pay for the subgrades, which is fine with me. But I think if they wanted to bring it back, if anyone from CGC is watching, you still got room to put it here. You could fit all 4 stats right there on that back side there. And then with the scan, you know what I mean, you can go into detail and look up all the high-res pictures. Just an idea, throwing it out there. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card. I'll gladly take that. No complaints from me. And again, especially for something that's at least added. Yeah, exactly. And then this is going to get added to the eBay shop. So yeah, and again, I don't know the pricing on any of this stuff ahead of time. So that's part of my research phase once I get everything back in. But on to the next. Another absolutely beautiful card here. I've graded a couple of these before in English and Japanese. We have Gardenia's Vigor. Love this one again. They kind of zoom the Pokemon or the trainer out a little bit, so it focuses on all the absolutely beautiful artwork. Again, another card from the Crown Zenith Galarian Gallery. Let's take a look and see how we did on this one. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. All right. I love seeing full art trainers in that Gem Mint 10. You know, some of them are crazy expensive, but I know full art trainers grab an audience, whether it's male or female. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card for sure. Just Gardenia in the garden. Got the little, what is that, the water pail? But yeah, again, just a lot of absolutely beautiful artwork there. But again, another great Gem Mint 10. This first box is doing us very well. Obviously, I'm not going to complain. Let's see what else we have waiting for us. Ooh. And again, talking about simplicity of artwork here. Larry, yeah, I definitely have to grade some Larrys for sure. That'd be awesome. I think there's I think in Prismatic Evolutions, which again I've opened up almost next to none. I think there's a Larry in there, but I think they did it in TerraFest EX as well. So I'll have to take a look. Yeah, get some Larry full arts for sure. But yeah, this one here, Cleffa. This one is from Obsidian Flames. Absolutely beautiful. Again, simplistic artwork there. I'm trying to get it without the glare. It's just a very, very small Cleffa, just kind of standing on a rock. And then they just made absolutely beautiful artwork there. You kind of see a little bit of that hollow pattern there, which looks, yeah, Nugget said it right on cue. It's definitely a beautiful card. Let's take a look and see how we did in terms of the grade in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Okay. Very, very nice. Another Gem Mint 10. Okay. Again, absolutely beautiful card there. There's a little bit of a better picture of the artwork. Again, you get a cool hollow foil pattern on like the streaks in the backgrounds for the clouds. But yeah, another beautiful card. I will gladly take that. Yeah, and let's keep going. Last card from this box. Remember, we still have 2 more boxes to go. But let's see how we did with this one here. Ooh, okay. Another absolutely beautiful card. And yeah, this one, even ungraded, is growing in price all the time. I think it goes up every week, if I'm not mistaken. But Charmander, this is the art rare from, or the illustration rare. I still call them art rares. From 151 on the English side. For some reason, the Japanese equivalent of this card is nowhere near as expensive, which I think is hilarious. Because both cards are still absolutely beautiful. But Charmander, 151. Let's see how we did with this one in 3, 2, 1. Oh, the 8. Okay, 8 is still a good grade. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm definitely going to have to take a look at the high-res or the high res scans and take a look and see why it got an 8, because the centering looks pretty good. Maybe it's on the back that shifted a little bit, but there's got to be some scuffs or some whitening somewhere that I didn't see previously. Still a beautiful card. Again, I'll have to look it up and see what they've been selling at as an 8. But yeah, I think it still looks great. Still an awesome piece to add to someone's collection for sure. But yeah, not the strongest ending for that box, but it's all right. We still got 2 more to go through. Let's see what else we can get. I'm going to move these off to the side. All right, on to the next. So we got this one here. Try and straighten all these out. All right, same things. Part of this same submission, just did it in 3 different boxes here. Again, submitted back, or they received it on 2/4. That's when I dropped it off. And then, yeah, again, it was done on 3/3. So roughly about a month exactly. So you kind of see the estimated turnaround times. They do have all that stuff listed on their website for sure. But yeah, hopefully they can kind of pick up the process just a little bit. Like I understand with bulk submissions, you've got more cards to grade. I get that. But economy submissions, ooh, they didn't put a top on this one. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't miss it. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things where if you're going to pay a little bit more, you would hope to get, you know, your submission back a little bit faster, but it is what it is. I don't have any control over it. So yeah, it's kind of weird without it. I mean, I have a bunch of these extra boxes. So, and most of the time I transfer all this stuff over to 2 other boxes I have. I have a box that's for like all my 9.5s and below. And then I have a box for all 10s. So, yeah, it's all good though. Let's take a look and see what we're going to start with here. Ooh, very, very nice start here. We get the Koraidon EX, absolutely beautiful SIR. Got the Alt Art Koraidon here. This one is from Scarlet and Violet base set. Been sitting on this one for a bit. What was that? Dedenne hanging out right in the front there. Beautiful card here. I love all the backdrop and how just the Pokemon is just kind of in the mix of everything. Well, let's take a look and see how we did with this one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Not bad, not bad. Get that nice mint 9 right there. And again, without knowing the subgrades, it's kind of hard to kind of go off of, you know, how it was scored. But again, looking at the high res screenshots or pictures that they upload, which I don't really look at until I do these reveals, because if I click on the page before I open this box, it shows all the grades. So it will show it as shipped. And as soon as it's marked shipped, obviously they post all the grades and stuff because people want to look ahead of time. Yeah, an absolutely beautiful card. Obviously, I'm not going to complain about that. I'm curious the pricing on this, especially because I know a lot of these art rares, especially the secret arts or special art rares, are going up in price all the time. But here we go on to the next. Ooh, another absolutely beautiful card here. We get that Gyarados EX. This is one of the Crystal EXs, as you guys know. I'm collecting all of the Japanese iterations of these, which is, yeah, just as beautiful. I feel like the Japanese cards have a little bit better texture, but I feel like that's just always been a thing. But again, Scarlet and Violet base set. Let's take a look and see how we did with this one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, another 9. Another 9. Not bad, not bad. Again, I'm not going to complain about that. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, and it's one of those things, Glenn, where I look at stuff where I'm like, all right, what am I sitting on that, you know, people might like to purchase or is somewhat popular? Obviously, Gyarados is very popular, and then these Crystal EXs are really, really nice. And there's so many different variants of these Crystal EXs. But, yeah, I appreciate that. It's one of those things where I have so many more cards to submit as well. And again, these submissions are all for, like, the store and you know, the business, right? Obviously, the stuff I'm submitting for my personal collection, it's mainly just the same couple Pokemon over and over. But, yeah, absolutely beautiful card. Got the Mint 9 from CGC. Let's keep rolling. All right, on to the next. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, another absolutely beautiful card. Some of these cards, and again, they're not crazy old. I mean, we're talking early Scarlet Violet, but it's still absolutely beautiful cards like this one here. So we get the Ice Cube EX. And what I like about this is there's that cross element there. So Ice Cube with like a giant candle on his head, and he's shooting fire. Probably your favorite water type. Gotcha, gotcha. Gyarados is definitely up there on mine. Obviously, Blastoise, and then for Alligator. But yeah, I like this one too because it's just kind of like floating above the ice there. But yeah, Ice Q EX. This is the SIR or the SAR from Obsidian Flames. Let's see how we did with this one. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, another 9. Okay, so we're on a 9 streak on this box so far. But yeah, like Nugget said, it's definitely simplistic, but it's still absolutely beautiful at the same time. The texture on this card, and I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but yeah, the texture on this card is absolutely amazing. So another absolutely beautiful card there. Let's keep on rolling. All right, can we break the streak? Can we get a 10 out of this box here? I would hope so. Ooh. All right, what we got? We got Veggie Beast. How we doing? Thank you, thank you. I'm just showing off a latest submission that I just picked up today from CGC. Now we have the Tyranitar EX Crystal. Again, another absolutely beautiful card. Some of these crystals, like in the patterns that they use, they just don't work. But this one looks really, really good on Tyranitar. So, yeah, this one looks great. So let's take a look again. Another one from Obsidian Flames. Let's see how we did with this one in 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. Finally broke the streak. There we go. We get the Gem Mint 10 for the Tyranitar. Absolutely beautiful card there. And again, mentioning, you know, not having subgrades anymore with CGC. I'd be so interested to see, you know, what pushed this off from getting the pristine 10. If I was to guess, it's probably the centering on the back there. You kind of see it's shifted just a bit down, so it's not as even on the back. And that might be the one thing, because the centering on the front looks great. But it might have just been that one thing to push it off from a 10 to a pristine, but still absolutely beautiful. Definitely excited to see how that's going to price out for sure. But let's keep on rolling. Ooh, another absolutely beautiful card here. I love the artwork on this one. So here we have the Loudred. This one is from Paradox Rift. It's another art rare. I love this one a lot because of all the different colors there. Definitely gives me some kind of like 80s punk, you know, and just that kind of art style. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Again, let's take a look and see how we did with Loudred. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, we're turning things around here. I was getting nervous a little bit with this box, and again, I'll take 9s all day long. But when you know, when I'm trying to get stuff for the store, obviously you want to try and get as much as you can. Yes, the sound wavelengths just kind of leading away from his mouth. Yeah, absolutely beautiful Gem Mint 10. I love the colors on this. And again, this one is from Paradox Rift. All right, let's keep on rolling and see what we have next. All right, ooh, another Crystal EX. This one is the Toxtricity. I like this one because it looks like he just has like this giant hat on. Yeah, a lot of absolutely beautiful artwork today. So yeah, Toxtricity EX Crystal. This is from Paradox Rift as well. Yeah, this one's very, very nice. I also like how Toxtricity has 2 different types, but you only ever really see the one form. Yeah, an absolutely beautiful card here. Let's take a look and see how we did with this one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, another 9. All right, not bad at all. Maybe centering on the front is shifted down just ever so slightly. On the back, yeah, similar to the back as well. But I'll have to take a look. So sometimes when they take these the photos that you can check online, especially if you just scan that QR code, it brings you right to the page. Sometimes the scans, you'll see that there's still like all like the factory dust and dirt on them. Every once in a while, you'll get like a finger in there, which I think is hilarious. If just like they didn't move away fast enough before they took the picture. So I have seen some of those scans, but yeah, usually those high-res scans, it gives you really good insight on where the deficiencies lie and what knocks something off from a 9 to a 10, or, you know, a 10 to a Gem Mint, or I'm sorry, a 10 to a Pristine 10. But still, absolutely beautiful card. Let's keep on rolling. On to the next. Ooh, speaking about beautiful cards, man, you know what? I definitely picked a lot of beautiful cards for this submission for sure. So we get the Reboot from Stellar Crown, one of the more recent sets. I've pulled so many of these, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let me try one, and we'll kind of go through them. I'll probably sprinkle these into submissions going forward, and then obviously I'll keep 1 or 2 for myself in the binder. But let's take a look and see how we did for the Reboot Art Rare. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 9-5. Almost got the 10 on this one. And again, I have a few of these, so we're definitely have to try our luck submitting a few more of these. But yeah, 9.5, it's tough because what took it all from getting that 10? So there is some whitening on some of these corners, but still, absolutely beautiful card. I'm not going to complain about that. And again, if you're just popping in, all these cards, I will say majority of them, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 in here for me. But majority of these cards you guys are going to see on the eBay shop uploaded hopefully today. So keep an eye out for that. If you follow me on Instagram or you follow the Discord, I'll definitely drop a link once they're live. Now, so we just had Reboot here, right? And now we've evolved to the absolutely beautiful Cinderace here. Same set. This is from Stellar Crown. Again, another absolutely beautiful card here. This is the ultra rare. I do like the rainbow pattern they did on some of these crystals going with these sets, especially because they didn't do yeah, you like that, because they're not doing like traditional hyper rares or rainbow rares anymore. I think this is an okay equivalent. It's not as good as some of the other ones in my opinion, but I do like how they did this design. So yeah, no complaints. Let's take a look and see how we did with the grade though. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, a 9 on this one. Okay, all right. Man, I was really hoping for a 10 on this one, but especially for how beautiful this card is. And you can kind of see, even on the rainbow pattern, right, it has like that gem effect where you see all the different angles and lines. But again, another absolutely beautiful card there. Yeah, now I'm just even more curious to look at some of those scans after the stream, but that's for future me to worry about. Let's keep on rolling. Again, Cinderace EX, got that full art rainbow crystal. All right. Only 2 more left in this box, and move on to the next one. And we have another Rainbow EX here. So we get the Gavantula, again, from Stellar Crown. Again, we get that full art Crystal EX version with the rainbow pattern. Yeah, again, another absolutely beautiful card. And this is one of the few where like I don't mind all the crystal effect on it because it actually works. Sometimes it's a little too much, or you get a little bit lost in the sauce, if you will. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card. Let's see what we got with Gavantula in 3, 2, 1. Nice. And Glenn calls it. We get the Gem Mint 10. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate you. Stop looking into the future. Yeah, absolutely beautiful for sure. Yeah, the front looks super clean. The back looks really, really nice. Again, I'm curious what pushed it off from the pristine. I know, right? I use that term all the time. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card. Glad we got the Gem Mint 10 on that one. All right, so let's see what we have last but definitely not least in this box here. Ooh, talking about beautiful here. Now we have the Terrapagos. So we get the hyper rare. Right now we have the gold version, right? Get the Crystal EX form here. This one is kind of tough. And again, you get a little bit lost in this one because Terrapagos is a turtle. But if you look at this, it's kind of hard to tell, like the shell, especially with all the Crystal EX stuff going on, or the Terraform, whatever you want to call it. But let's take a look. 3, 2, 1. Nice. There we go. Very, very nice. Terrapagos EX. We get the Gem Mint 10. Another absolutely beautiful card there. Yeah, definitely a lot going on for sure. But again, I do like all the little particle effects and just a little sparkle to everything on there. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card there. And I'm pretty sure I got this from, I think I got this from New Kid. I think when we were hanging out in Tampa before he left, I know we opened up a bunch of Stellar Crown. So this might have been from that. If he pops in, obviously we'll confirm. But yeah. And it's one of those things, Glenn, where like I've graded, again, these are, so this one here is my 37th submission. So yes, I've been submitting cards for a bit now. And yes, you do get an eye for these things where you're like, okay, you know, this could be a 10 contender. You know, this I'm hoping to get a 10, you know, potentially get a 9. But yeah, I'm definitely not an expert by any means, but I've definitely submitted enough to say I have experience, if you will. Yeah, 38 submissions. And again, I've done submissions as small as 1 card submission. Granted, that was a jumbo card. But my smallest regular card submission was 6 cards. My biggest submission I've ever done was 75 cards. Yeah, I would love to go back. What's up, Young Brain? How we doing? I would love to go back and do another 75 card submission. I think that'd be sick. Yeah, that's when I did VMAX Climax, and I opened up a whole case. I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, that was one of the best submissions I ever saw. When you talk about pristines and gem mints, yeah, that was absolutely nuts. But here we go. Last submission to go through. This is submission number 38. And again, I dropped off 3 more. So we're going to have 39, 40, and 41 coming back on the next batch. Not any giveaways at this point in time. I am just kind of mailing out all the previous winners for the giveaways and kind of building the giveaway pile back up. So definitely keep an eye out. I'll do updates as we get closer to the next milestone or whenever we're going to do the next giveaway. That is a good question. We haven't seen Wabbit today. I don't know, maybe they're busy. It is a weird time. Plus, it's Monday. I don't ever really stream on Mondays. I usually stream on Friday evenings, usually like 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Sunday streams, yeah, 1K. Yeah, we are getting close. Getting close to 900 and then inevitably that 1K milestone. But yeah, and then Sunday streams usually about noon to 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But here we go. Last submission. Let's take a look and see how we did here. Ooh, starting off with an absolutely beautiful card here. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to submit this is because this is fairly new. This is from the Special Battle Set exclusive. You had a couple of these art rares and a couple other promos in there, but I didn't think that there were too many of these graded at this point in time. And obviously, I'll have to check the pop report after this. But we haven't seen this card in English yet, so I like getting some of these Japanese exclusives out first, especially getting them graded, put them up on the shop. But let's see how we did with this one. 3, 2, 1. Nice. There we go. We get the gem mint to start off this box. I love this card because it's just Meowth hanging out, but just the absolutely beautiful background. You see what looks like the old Pokemon Center kind of shop there. It's all good, Glenn. And again, most of the time it's a guessing game, unless it's really, really bad or super, super clean. As far as I know, Nugget, this is not in any of the sets currently. It is a Japanese exclusive promo. If I'm wrong, obviously someone chime in. I don't think it's in Prismatic Evolution, so this might be exclusive. Maybe coming in whatever the next English set is. But yeah, like I said, I think for right now it's exclusive to Japanese. Like a tip of the hat? Yeah. Trying to go with the odds, but... Oh, that would be sick. Yeah, if everything in this box is a 10, that'd be huge. But yeah, strong start there. Let's see what we got next. Oh, okay. Well, I'm kind of glad I turned the box. So we have a pristine early on. We haven't really seen too many pristines in this submission so far. So it is very nice to see these. But we're going to slow turn this one and see which one it is. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. This is another card from that, yeah, the Special Battle Set exclusive. We get the pristine on the Paldean Wooper. Absolutely stunning. And again, you get the little like Pokemon Center in the background, or like the little mart area. Yeah, that's a beautiful card for sure. And again, this was part of that like multi-set, multi-deck box, if you will. But yeah, you got the 2 art rares, so it came with these 2 cards. Let me pull this back out again. So it was these 2 cards here, and then you got 2 other regular holos, but they were promos as well. And then obviously you got all the different theme decks. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. Definitely love the artwork on this one. And his eyes glow, which is kind of cool, kind of creepy. But yeah, an absolutely beautiful card and a nice pristine. I'm very interested to see how many of these are out there. And then how to price this one appropriately. But all right, on to the next. We're off to a strong start on this box here. Let's see what we got next. All right, so we've seen this one multiple times. We get the good old Snorlax. This is the Japanese 151. English side, this came with the Elite Trainer box. The Japanese side, it was built into the set. I've graded so many of these. I think we might have got maybe 1 pristine. But I've gotten all the way down from like 7s and 8s and to the 10s. So let's take a look and see how we did with this one. This card is getting a little more expensive. Not anything crazy, but it's definitely going up in value. So I thought it'd be a good time to get it graded. But let's take a look. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got a 9 on this one. Not bad, not bad. On the Japanese side, obviously you want to try and get more 10s because for some reason their value isn't as expensive as the English counterpart. This is one of the cases where it might be the opposite, especially because this card was in the set. And the English version of this was mass-produced for the Elite Trainer box. So, yeah, maybe we'll have some good luck with this one, but not too bad. I'll gladly take that. Let's keep going. Ooh. All right. So here's where all the pristines have been hiding. We have a second pristine from this box. I'm going to set that down for just a second. Take me a nice little sip of water here. About 42 minutes into the stream. But yeah, another pristine. I'll gladly take that. All right. Let's see what we have on this one here. What's the face for, Nugget? What you got? Let's take a look and see what we got on this pristine in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. There we go. Pikachu EX. And you know what's so funny? Someone was talking about this in yesterday's stream. They were like, oh, you know, talk about the double rares, right? And ask why I was grading them. Well, this is why. Because sometimes you get lucky and you get some pristine 10s. And a card that was just a couple bucks can greatly go up in value. Plus, this card is absolutely beautiful. You see all the different effects. All the little gems and crystals are shooting out from Pikachu. But yeah, this is why I grade double rares and cards that people think are a couple dollars here and there. Because again, you can get lucky. Plus, Pikachu is a fan favorite. So there's always a market for Pikachus. So very, very nice. Another pristine and a beautiful Pikachu there. Let's keep rolling. Let's see what we got next. Ooh, okay, gotcha. So now we're getting into some of these trainers, right? So there's some TerraFest EX cards in here. I do remember this. The reason why I submitted these is I like these full art trainers and how they did this colored border on it. It's definitely unique compared to how they've done full art trainers in the past. And I think there's 3 or 4 of them, so yeah. Yep, good old Crispin. Yep. But let's take a look and see how we did with this one. It looks like it's kind of funny. It looks like he's cooking that quick ball there. Kind of weird, but hey, to each their own. Let's take a look and see how we did on this one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we get a 9 on this one. Yeah, his name's Crispin. Yeah, CHRIPIN, Crispin. Yeah, sounds like a breakfast cereal character, but not bad. I'll gladly take that. Absolutely beautiful Japanese full art trainer. Again, this is a SAR from TerraFest EX, which is, I think, the better set compared to Prismatic Evolutions. And maybe I'm just salty because I've opened up like a handful of packs from Prismatic. Yeah, a little bit. I'm good, though. We recovered. We moved on. But yeah, I think TerraFest EX was a much better iteration of this set. The cards are a lot more beautiful. It's not as insane to pull some of the cards in the set. But yeah, so let's take a look and see. So I know there's a couple other trainers in this. So here should be, yep, here's the next one. Very, very nice here. So this one we have Drayton. Again, they kind of match the colors with the outfits a little bit, and you get a purple background on this one. Absolutely beautiful card there. Dude's just chilling on the couch. Looked like he either just got done eating or he was ripping open some packs as well. But let's take a look and see how we did with Drayton in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Okay. We get the Gem Mint 10 on this one. Very, very nice. I was definitely hoping we can get some 10s on these trainers. Especially, I think there's 3 or 4 of them that I submitted. But again, I like the kind of inlet border there. Absolutely beautiful. But again, TerraFest EX, we get the Drayton in a Gem Mint 10. All right. On to the next. Ooh, okay. So, pristine number 3. So, if my assumptions are correct, this is another one of those trainers. Now, as we know, full art trainers in pristine usually have some pretty decent value to them, whether it's male or female. But let's take a look and see how we did with this one. Another pristine. 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Lacey in the pristine 10. Again, another card. Yeah, I know, right? One of these days I'll grade some and hopefully we get some pristines. Absolutely beautiful Lacey card, though. We had some good luck with the last Lacey that I graded. It was another, it was the SAR from, what was that? Stellar Miracle, the Japanese equivalent to Stellar Crown. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card there. Again, it's got the pink border on it. She's got plenty of books and stuff with her. Got a little notepad. Absolutely beautiful card. Another beautiful pristine 10 for the Lacey from TerraFest EX. All right, I think there's one more trainer here. Let's see how we do with this one. So unfortunately, no pristine on this one, but hey, let's hope for the best here. Now let's see how we pronounce this one. Amaris? Yeah, we're just gonna go with that because Mary is definitely in that one. Or yeah, I'm just gonna call you Amaris. We'll go with that. Another full art trainer. Looks like you got some workout equipment there. Very interesting outfit choice. I'm definitely not a fashion expert by any means, but yeah, let's take a look and see how it is. Right, the name is still throwing me off, but we're gonna keep rolling. Another beautiful card from TerraFest. This is another special art rare. Let's see how we did on this one. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, very, very nice. So let's go back just a little bit. So out of the 4 trainers, we got 3 10s, obviously one of them being a pristine, and then we got to the 9. So absolutely beautiful. Now, I'll throw this out there just so I can kind of see where your guys' heads are. Would you sell these as a set because there are 4 of them, or would it make more sense to just sell them individually? Obviously, I haven't decided yet. That's kind of why I'm asking. It would have been nice if all of them were 10s, because then it would be a little bit easier to sell for the set. I'll probably sell them individually, depending on all their independent values and if anyone else has sold them in sets like this. But yeah, all absolutely beautiful cards for sure. Definitely going to sleeve all these up shortly after. What's up, Mewtwo dude? Yeah, that makes more sense. Hey, so while you're here, I ordered 2 boxes of the Legacy Collection from Final Fantasy TCG. Let me know when yours come in. Mine should be in this week. Obviously, I'm going to open one and keep one sealed. If you want to do another collab stream, just let me know, dude. But yeah, I'm super excited to open that set. I know I don't have the biggest Final Fantasy audience yet, but it's kind of like a best of the best set for Final Fantasy TCG. So there's some beautiful artworks that are coming out. But yeah, definitely I got some coming in, especially while they're cheap. But all right, on to the next. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, nice. So here we go. Another pristine. So this is where all the pristines have been hiding. We haven't had too many in this stream. Sounds good, man. Yeah, just let me know. We haven't had too many pristines during this stream, but the ones we had have been really, really nice. So let's take a look and see how we did on this one, or which one this is. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. So absolutely beautiful. So this is the full gold Terrapagos EX. Let me go into the other box real quick here, and let me set this to the side. I think it was in this box, right? The other Terrapagos, yeah. So here is the normal version, right? This is the normal hyper rare or gold card, and then this is the full gold. Obviously, we're talking English and Japanese here, so a little bit different designs, different textures. But this one is just kind of just like outline, and then they sprinkle the color on it. So you see the differences there. But yeah, and then to get it a gold card in pristine looks absolutely amazing. So very, very nice there. Both absolutely beautiful cards. Yeah, it's that gold for sure. Yeah, it's yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. All right, put this back here. All right. And again, that was the second to last card. So we still have one more card to look at. But let's look at this one again one more time. Terrapagos EX. This is the ultra rare, the gold on gold. Yeah, absolutely beautiful ultra rare. I definitely remember pulling this one. But yeah, another pristine for the shop. Definitely curious on the value of this one. But last but definitely not least, we have one more to go. Let's see what we have here. And, ooh, we have some Nugget corrects with the gold. Got it. So this one here, I'm going to try and show it the label without disclosing. This is Eevee, obviously. But as you can see there, this is the Pokemon Center exclusive. So you guys remember, this is really the only bit of prismatic that I've opened up outside of some of the surprise boxes, which surprised they were trash. But yeah, this one here, definitely a lot of value with this, especially because it has that Pokemon Center stamp on it. And those ETBs are crazy exclusive. They're still crazy expensive. Luckily, I got 2 of them, so I didn't mind ripping one. But yeah, I definitely had to grade it and try my luck. It's absolutely beautiful. It's another one of the sleeping Pokemon, right? So you have like the sleeping Pikachu, sleeping Raichu, and now you have the sleeping Eevee. But huge potential for this one here. Let's take a look and see how we did on this one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, the 9.5. Come on, you couldn't have just given me the 10. Man, that's rough. You know, and granted, it's still a great card and a great grade for sure. But it would have been so much sweeter to get it in a 10, especially being that close. You get a 9.5. But you know what? I think I see the issue right away. Let's see. Yeah, look at that top right corner. How did I not see that before? Maybe I was a little too excited. No, you're good, Nugget. I appreciate it. Sleeping Psyduck, yes, that's a very good point. Wabbit, how we doing? Finally showing up. But yeah, so it's that top right corner has just a little bit of a nick, or maybe it looks like, man, that's unfortunate. Still an absolutely beautiful card. Still has some great value there, especially at that with that Pokemon Center exclusive stamp. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look at. You know what's so funny? Nugget showed up towards the end of yesterday's stream. Wabbit shows up at the end of today's stream. I just had to point that out. Not trying to call you guys out or anything, but yeah, an absolutely beautiful card and a solid way to end this. So again, 30 cards that just came back from CGC. I'm gonna take some pictures. I'll stack all these up so we'll see all the different grades, and then obviously I'll upload some pictures to Instagram. Everything, and I say everything that you guys saw here today will be going up on the eBay store. There's nothing that I absolutely want to keep for the personal collection. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream, and that's not me bumping the camera, Nugget. I'm just making adjustments. But yeah, so submissions 36, 37, and 38. Again, I did drop off 3 more, so hopefully we can get those back quick. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to start pushing out a few more submissions this month. Maybe we'll do 5 in total. Kind of just wait to see the other ones get graded and come back. But yeah, pretty solid submission. No complaints from me at all. I truly appreciate everyone coming through right at that 55-minute mark. That's funny. So thank you to Nugget, Trainer Glenn, Bad Wabbit, Shay, Mewtwo Dude. Who else came through? I think I saw a newer name earlier that came through. Young Brain. Definitely haven't seen you here before. Veggie Beast. Appreciate you coming through. Who else? I think that's everybody. Let me just make sure and scroll through. But yeah, that looks like everybody. So I definitely appreciate everyone coming through. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Let me know what your favorite card from the submission was, whether now here in chat or in the comment section once the video goes live. I will upload this immediately after this, so you don't have to wait too long if you're just hopping in towards the end. But again, appreciate all the support. That is another batch of CGC submissions. But yeah, now I got to get all these uploaded and get them up on eBay. So thank you all, and I will catch you guys later. I'll most likely see you guys on Friday, but keep an eye out. Obviously, check out Discord, check out the Instagram, check out eBay. I truly appreciate all the support. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy.